Alright, so yesterday I went out to try and set some laps at Spa-Francorchamps in the 1970s version in the JCW Mini to see if we get some records. Because it's me and I do stupid things every now and then, I had my microphone muted. So let's have a look and see how we went, and we might have another crack and see if we can beat it. So here we have our first record attempt, and you can see I've decided to chuck up Mick63, who was one of the slower ghosts, or slower times that I was fairly confident I'd be able to beat. So we've chucked them up there as a bit of a reference, and we are, by the looks of it, ahead. Yep, we're ahead, going through Eau Rouge Radion, up the hill here. That's okay. Now we're just going to wind it forwards. We're doing a lot of winding forwards here, just so we can skip through the part where it's basically just flat out. Coming to brake here, I've got on a bit early, and I've clouded the wonderful guardrail there. But I've got out okay, I'm still ahead. We'll wind it forward here. It's basically flat down here the whole way. You really just need to lift a little bit. I've got on the brake there. I haven't got confidence at this point. But you're still flat through here, it's all fantastic. At this point it's really just minimise how much you have to turn the wheel, minimise your inputs, minimise the speed to scrub off. I've scrubbed off a bit too much there by lifting and hitting the barrier. Into this corner. At this point I have not realised that you can indeed take this flat. So there's a bit of braking going on, a lot of lifting, and I've lost a lot of speed. I'm probably still just about 5th gear. Could have thought about going down to 4th, but probably would have lost more speed. And we'll wind it forward some more here. Again, it's flat through here. You really just need to get your lines clean. You want to minimise your turning, so turn in late and smoothly. Braking here, that's okay. I've dropped off a lot there, probably could have gone down to 4th, get the extra bit of acceleration boost. Braking here, this is second to last corner. Coming up to La Source hairpin. How are we going to go here? It's fairly clean. I've overshot the apex. Not too badly. If you really overshoot it, you will get a time deleted if you're going too wide, probably because you're sideways and cutting it off. So that was that lap done. We can see I got a 3:45 2:34, so comfortably in front of Mick63. Next up we have Sizzler. Sizzler is on a 3:47.84. Go, we're through here. On the brakes a little early. Braking, turning and changing down there, but controlled. Coming out just ahead of my previous attempt and ahead of Sizzler himself. So good start, we've wound it forwards, coming into this next corner. We haven't clipped the barrier this time. Balancing the throttle well through there, that's gone well for us. Wind it forward again. See how we go down through here. There is just a lift, just one lift. No brake. So we've improved through there a bit. Flying along here with the engine screaming at 3 times its normal rate. Did lift a little bit through that little S-bend/chicane. Through here I have lifted and braked again, so still have not worked out that you don't need to brake there. Coming through here, I think I've just missed the barrier. It's another place you can just touch it if you get a little bit too greedy. Come through here, that looks okay, that looks relatively smooth. You also don't want to come too wide and just put wheels off and drag speed unnecessarily. Into here, braking, turning in. Oof. Carry too much into the barrier. Also probably took some liberties there and avoided getting a track limits just. Last corner. That's pretty good. That's not. That's another barrier collision. but we're still a long way ahead of my previous best and a long way ahead of Sizzler. In fact, we're better than the world record. That's a 3:44.8. So 3:44.8 was my best, which was better than Schweinrich, who had the best time. And we now set off to see how much faster we can get. See, I've got Schweinrich and a previous ghost of mine. Oof. Maximising every little bit of track limits there. Wind it forward, so let's see what's happening here. You can see I'm probably a couple tenths ahead there. My best. That's okay. I've given up some of my lead by poor cornering. But I've managed to get on the throttle in time that I haven't lost any down the continuous long high speed section. So as you come through here, as I've said, you just want to make sure you're not washing too much speed off. You can see that I've done better than I had previous attempts. Come down into the next slow part, or part where you need to reduce speed at least. Slight braking. But I think that slight braking really only came into it after we got into the second phase there, and that's where you need to really be concerned about slowing it down. That first corner, the first right hand there, you do not need to lift at all. You just need to get your line right. Through here again, it's just maximise speed, minimise steering input. Scrub off as little as you can. Oof, another barrier impact. Not so great. Come through here, that's questionable. Seems to have worked okay for me. Eee. It's a bit ugly. Coming down through here, how are we going? 344.88 to beat, 343.558, so we've done a significant improvement there. Next lap, and we're just going straight into the wind-up. Don't bother with that. How are we going? Aroge, yeah. Radion, just pulling up for the grass, that's okay. Now, at this point, I didn't have ghosts uploading for whatever reason, so I just had Schweinrich to go off. That's untidy. It's still fast enough apparently to stay ahead of Schweinrich's ghost. You come down through this section. There's a bit of modulating the throttle there, so carrying enough pace that's worth doing. And through here, we're just trying to keep it smooth, keep it clean. Clearly having a look around, yep, that's okay. You took a little bit of grass and dirt there. Not too bad. Got to 275 there, so decent pace. You can see I've done the trying this with no braking. You do tend to give up a bit of pace if you can't get it exactly right. So I'm not convinced that the no braking is faster. We'll wind up through here. Again, we are up in 6th gear. 6th gear is borderline at places, but you can see we're up in the 250s, which you can't do in 5th gear. That's good, that's clean. We've managed to hold it. Be quite satisfied with that. Did not brake there. Braking here. That looked like that was pretty tidy there. And yeah, we've absolutely dropped Schweinrich's ghost coming out of that last corner. And that's a 43.521, marginal improvement. Now at this point, we're on to where I will hand over to myself for any commentary. Nothing to say. Exactly. High-speed discussions from myself. See, I've given up ground here to my previous best ghost. but I've taken that corner fast enough that I've pulled ahead or pulled even. Slight lift. That's good. I'm now dropping my ghost. Line through here at high speed. That's pretty good so far. Coming into our next slower portion. Going for the no braking approach. You can see it's losing me ground. Very hard to get right. You can also see that I've got a 59.42. Now that can be as low as a 58.9 in first sector. Second sector is really good though. So there's at least 4 or 5 tenths left. Oof, nearly caught that curve there coming out of La Source. Alright, this is going to be a record. You are correct. It's a new record. 43.3. This will be the last attempt for this video. Let's see how we go now. Proves the old adage that it's worth getting yourself slowed up and in control before you get on the gas, rather than try and carry too much speed. That looks clean, that looks tidy. And we're dropping the ghost. Bit of a lift there, that's fine, that's where you need to lift. Keep scrolling through here at high speed. S-bend coming up. No problem. Clean and smooth. Last sequence. Going for a little bit of brake application. The Ghost has gained fractionally, maybe a couple hundredths. It's just the slightest stab on the brakes and it seemed to help. Good I would agree. So we're just going to keep cruising through this section here. Just as an example, you can see now it's just a clean, easy run to the end. Correct. Clean and easy. Just keep those lines simple and smooth. As close to one turning motion as you can get, and we'll do great things together. See all the lovely scenery, trees, farmhouses, and cows, and sheep, cars, and people. Next braking point. So you can carry more speed through there. There's probably half a tenth to a tenth in that. It's maybe a tenth in it there. There we go. Last corner. Starting with source cleaner. Right, so we've got the overall lap time record down from what was a 3:45.234. We had it down to a 3:44.880 at one point, and we got it down to a 3:43.558. We now have it down to a 3:43.020. Now there's probably another 4 tenths in there somewhere. If I could put the lap together properly. I am not going to be trying to do that. That's going to take a lot more time than I have patience, and so I'm going to close my count there. But we've lowered the lap record by over 2 seconds. I think that's a good demonstration of what a bit of practice can do for you. I hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.